So how's it going, ladies and gents, and welcome back to the channel. Today guys, we're doing Master Duel deck profile and we are gonna talk about the Unchained Labrynth. We are gonna talk about the pros and cons about this deck. So first and foremost, the pros for this deck is the Unchained and Labrynth monsters are all fiend monsters, so it's easy enough to spell summon them to the field with the help of Labrynth. The downside for this deck is since you are using a ton of traps for this deck, then it's really hard to add also hand traps for that matter. So the only hand traps that we can actually muster with this or add to this deck is Ash Blossom, the 3 copies, and 2 copies of Imperm. Although we are only using multiple copies of 2 hand traps, we also have a board breaker that we can actually use for this deck, and that is the Evenly Matched. Now it is a really good card to add with the Labrynth archetype. If ever you're going second, you can just break the board and remove a ton of cards from their field and then do your combo after that. With regards to the Unchained and the Labrynth monsters, they are all fiend monsters like I said earlier, and it's easy for them to be spell summoned to the field with the help of Labrynth. Other than that, you can also tribute with their level 8 monster for EEV, and that is really good. You won't actually depend too much on the Silver Castle on the field to have it tributed. 2 copies of Trap Trick is really significant for the deck, just to bring up your trap cards to your field. 2 copies of Dogmatic Punishment just for your Elder Entity Entes. You can actually change this one to 2 copies of Called by the Grave if you are not really confident enough to work with a ton of traps, and then remove 1 copy of Elder Entity Entes and add Nightmare Cerberus. But so far, I got a lot of good plays with this deck, and I'll showcase to you guys in the replays afterwards. So without further ado, that is... Oh yeah, by the way, so extra deck, it just revolves around the blue dog, the red dog, and your 1 copy of Unchained Abomination. The other cards is just for scenarios like the Avermax, the Topologic Zeroboros, the Close World, and your Access Code Talker. So those are just the other cards that you can use with this deck. So that's basically your main deck, guys. Let's move towards the replays and I'll showcase you guys how fun this deck really is. Okay guys, so here are the replays. So to start it all off, we are going to have 4 replays for you guys today, just to showcase the deck and how it really works. So to start off, we got 1 copy of Ash Blossom, 1 Aruha, 1 Abomination's Prison, 1 Compulsory, and 1 Evenly Matched. So our first turn, we're gonna set our Abomination's Prison and then use Aruha onto it, but we got chained with Maxi, so we won't actually do that. We set Compulsory and set our Aruha. Our opponent is using an Emancipator, so Doki Doki is gonna be set back to the hand. On our turn, so he just ended his turn there, so regardless, it's okay. So we go for Abomination's Prison, getting a copy of Aruha, popping the Chamber, use the effect of Chamber for a Reikeia, attack for the 2 Aruhas and then 1 Reikeia. And this is actually game. This is actually how you OTK using the Unchained cards. So like that, use Reikeia on the 1 copy of Aruha, and then to spell summon the Abominable Unchained Soul. Unchained Soul will pop the Reikeia and then summon the Sarama. So that's basically your OTK right there. So game number 2, guys, we are going first still, and we got 1 copy of Aruha, 1 EEV, 1 Infinite Impermanence, 1 Escape of the Unchained, and 1 Welcome Labrynth. That is a really good hand right there. So you use the effect of Aruha here on the set Escape of the Unchained. We got Max Seed, so that's really sucky since we don't have Called by the Grave. Regardless, it's fine. We summon Aruha to the field, use the effect of the Unchained, and then to spell summon our Abominable Unchained Soul. Set our 3 trap cards and then use our EEV during our opponent's turn. So I don't know why he used the Imperm on this lane, because it's during his turn and he hasn't set this card. So regardless, we remove 3 spell cards on his hand, and he's using Cyber Dragons. Oh, very interesting. He can't even fusion summon. So there we go. He destroyed my monster, and we got the dog to the field. He then spell summon 1 more, or normal summon 1 more, and then link it off with the Cyber Dragon Seizure. On his end turn, we go for Welcome Labrynth, but we got Ash Blossom. So at this point on, we are very confident enough since he doesn't have any cards on hand. And we have also a copy of Infinite Impermanence for that matter. So during our turn, we got another copy of Welcome Labrynth. Use the effect of Dog to spell summon into the red dog. There we go. And then we can't do anything else, so we just set our Welcome Labyrinth and attack for 2,400. And by the looks of things, we actually won this game. Yes, baby, we won this game. And with the help of the EEV, he can't actually use anything else with regards to spell cards. So Welcome Labyrinth is going to spell summon our Ariana, get a copy of our Labyrinth. And that's basically it. I was wondering why I didn't attack on that turn, so that was really my fault. But yeah, I think I wanted to summon the Black Dog here. That's why I skipped the turn. Anyway, so Unchained's Abomination is summoned to the field with using Ash Blossom. And attack the two monsters and then leaving him with 1,000 life points. So at this point on, we actually won because all of his draw power is all spell cards. On our turn, we just solidified the game by any life points. There we go. Alright guys, so last two games and we are starting our hand with one Ash Blossom, one Aruha, one Compulsory, one EEV, and one Chamber of the Unchained. So our opponent's going first and we let him go first. So he set one front row and one back row and he's using 60 card deck. So luckily he didn't draw into that grass. Set our Chamber, pop it up with Aruha, use the effect of Chamber, but we got Ash Blossom. Regardless, it's still fine as long as he doesn't use that grass looks greener. Even so, we have our very own copy of Ash Blossom for that matter. We're attacked at face down and this guy is still living in 2007 with having Marshmallow as his monster. So, can't do anything else, just to set our two Compulsories and one EEP. Our opponent's gonna set another. I'm pretty sure this is one Marshmallow as well. So we have to return it back to his hand. It wasn't necessary, but I really want to return it back to his hand. In case it wasn't a Marshmallow, so yeah. On our turn, we draw into Dogmatic Punishment just to destroy those Marshmallow, which we actually did. Target that Marshmallow, and we pop that with the face down card with the Elder Entity Entes. So, on our opponent's turn, or on our turn, we draw into Abomination's Prison. So this is actually game since we got a copy of Sarama. Sarama normal sub to the field, setting our Chamber, popping our Chamber, special summoning Raikeya, attack for 4,500 all in all, and then use the effect of Raikeya to spell summon our Abomination, Abominable Unchained Soul. We got Imperm with regards to Raikeya's effect, but luckily we got our Compulsory. So sending Raikeya back to our hand, thus continuing our chain. Popping Aruha, using the Aruha's effect, special summoning our Abominable Unchained Soul, popping our Sarama, Sarama was spell summon another copy of Aruha from our deck, and then this is actually game. So lastly, replay guys, and this is really good since we have a copy of one Labyrinth card. So we got one Sarama, one Unchained Soul Disaster, one HFD, one Escape of the Unchained, and one Welcome Labyrinth. So our opponent is going first with a 60 card deck still, setting two back rows and one monster in the field. On our turn, we draw into an Ash Blossom, really good. We use our HFD, and then we're going up against Branded Despia deck. So I was really thinking that he's actually setting his tragedy just to prompt its effect once destroyed, but I think this was actually a comedy. So yeah, regardless, luckily we didn't ram into that. We set two cards on our back row and then end our turn. On our opponent's turn, we got Lightning Storm. So my thought process here is not use the effect of Escape of the Unchained because its effect states if this set card is destroyed. So if not, mustn't be activated to prompt its effect. So my only choice here is to just work on or activate Welcome Labyrinth. So we spell summon our Silver Castle. And then with the effect of the destroyed Escape of the Unchained, we spell summon our Abominable Unchained Soul. And basically that signified ending of the game right there. I think he doesn't have any cards. Anyways, that's it for the gameplay. So those are the replays, and that is the deck profile for you guys today. So hopefully by Monday we'll get the new update, and I'll showcase to you guys the sprites with the other variants. It's gonna be exciting. Hope I'm not the only one who's ecstatic about this update. Anyways, that's it for today. Keep safe, good luck. If you like this kind of content, please like and subscribe for more contents in the near future. Good night, guys. See you next time. Bye-bye.